Hello and welcome to Python Programming Complete course. This is part 10 using Python libraries. In this video, we will discuss what is a Python library and module, commonly used Python libraries, and how to use a library in a program and its functionality. A Python library is a collection of related modules. It defines lines of codes that can be reused in other programs. The Python libraries are mostly written in C language that handles operations like I/O and other code modules, some of which are written in Python. A module is a part or component of a program or a set of functions which can be included in your program. Now, a module is simply a file containing code, variables, constants, classes, and functions. Even runnable code can also be included in a module. There are at least three kinds of modules in Python. First one, the modules which are written in Python with the extension .py, modules written in C and dynamically loaded with extension .dll, .pyd, .so, .sl, etc. And the modules written in C and linked with the interpreter. Now, on Unix machine, these libraries usually end in .so, that is shared objects, and on Windows machine .dll, that is dynamically linked libraries. In Windows environment, when we link a library with a program and run that program, the linker automatically searches for that library. It extracts the functionality of that library and interprets the program accordingly. Before we start working with libraries, let us discuss some commonly used libraries in Python. Python standard library. This library contains built-in modules that provide access to system functionalities such as I/O and is available by default when we install Python. It contains some other code modules like math module, statistic module, URL-lib module, and many more. Pandas, it is an open source machine learning library that provides flexible high-level data structures and a variety of analysis tools. NumPy or numerical Python supports matrices and multidimensional data. Array interface is one of the key features of this library. SciPy or scientific Python library is used for scientific computations, data computation, and high performance computation. Matplotlib is used for plotting of numerical data and is used in data analysis. Similarly, Scrapy is used for extracting data from websites. Scikit is used to work with complex data. There are a number of libraries which can be used as per the requirement. Let's also discuss the benefits of using a library. It helps to maintain code modularity. We can reuse the code. It helps in easy maintenance of code. It saves our time as we are not rewriting the code again and again, and it reduces the complexity. A program must import a library module before using it. The import statement can be used to import the library. The syntax is import keyword followed by the name of the library or the module which we are trying to include in a program. Similarly, after importing an entire module to access the function, we use the dot notation, that is the name of the module and the name of the function. Whereas when we import selected objects, which we'll discuss, from a module, they become part of the program environment and share the program namespace. So we do not use a dot notation when we import selected objects. We can import an entire module using the import keyword. For example, to import an entire module, like if we are trying to import the statistics module, we have written import and statistics. To access as functions, we have written the name of the module dot the name of the function. In this program, we are using the mean function to calculate the mean. Another module we have imported in the same program, random, and we are randomly picking up an element from the given sequence. So mean will calculate the average of the given data, and the random from the random module we are using the choice function which will return a random element from the given sequence. Let us execute this program. the output could be seen. Average value is 10, the mean is being calculated, and randomly an element is being picked from the list. So an entire module is being imported and its functions are accessed. To import selected objects or items from a library, we use this syntax: from this particular module, import the particular object. For example, from math we are importing the floor object and then we will use its function. Similarly, from math we are importing floor, square and seal. As discussed earlier, when we are importing selected objects, we do not use the dot notation because these objects, they are present in the local namespace of the program. In this program, we are using the flow function, which rounds the number down to the nearest integer. Then we are calculating the square root of a number, and we are using the seal function, which will return the smallest integer or the greatest value less than the given number. You could see the nearest floor integer, it's giving me 0. The seal integer, it's giving me 2, and the square root of the number 4 is being given as the output. To import all the objects, like in the previous programs we have imported floor, square and seal, but if we want to import all the objects from a given module, we can use the syntax: from a particular module, import all the objects. For that we have placed an asterisk. So in this program, the same calculations are being done, but individually we are not importing a floor or seal or square. The import statement can be used to create an alias for an library module when importing to shorten the names. For example, we are importing a module, library module string, and we have given, instead of using string, we have given it a name str. So instead of writing string dot punctuation, we can use str dot punctuation. It's just giving a different name to the module which we have imported for the sake of convenience. That is, we will use shorter names while writing the code. Now the punctuation function here, it will print all the ASCII punctuation characters, and the digits will print all the ASCII decimal digits. Could see the ASCII punctuations, these are the punctuations, and these are the digits 0 to 9. Till now we were including or importing library modules, predefined modules, but we can also import a user defined module in our program. For example, in this program I am importing my function, which is a module which I have created, and in this module we have, which a module, as told earlier, it's a .py file. We have two functions, good morning and good night. So when I import this module, my function, in my program, those two functions will be available, and I can use the dot notation and access the function like I have done over here. My function dot good morning. Executing this program will print the statement which is present in the my function module. When we import a module, the Python interpreter searches the module in the current directory. If it is not found, then it searches each directory in the shell variable Python path, which is an environment variable, and if it fails to look for the particular module, then it checks the default path. In this video, we have discussed Python libraries, the commonly used Python libraries, how to import a library and how to access its library functions. In the next video, we will discuss Python's built-in functions. Hope you found the video useful. Stay tuned for upcoming videos and thank you for watching.